The Confident Heart, From Fear to Love. Chapter 18. Relationship Networks Based on Honesty and Trust. Our relationships are a living expression of our inner state. Have we built them on the open, inclusive foundation of the heart, or on the fear-filled blueprints of our inner protector? We often allow our ego to dominate our love without realizing it. A relationship can become like an isolated island, with two people living in separate fortresses, connected only by a narrow bridge. In this arrangement, two souls essentially become each other's property, responsible for defending their shared fortresses against perceived threats from the outside world. Other people, especially those of a gender one is attracted to, are often seen as dangers to be managed. A long hug from a friend or a deep conversation while holding hands with someone else could be perceived as a breach in the walls. Our traditional relationship dynamics are often shaped by constant mistrust, which comes from our own inability to work through our fears and the perceived scarcity and limits of our love. Possessiveness, jealousy, and the refusal of permissions and freedoms are not expressions of "I love you so much," but desperate cries of the core fears we encountered in Chapter 1. I am afraid of being abandoned. I am afraid I am not getting enough. Or, I am afraid of being seen as inferior. The cost of our rigid rules is unnoticeable shared closure. While this model may give us the illusion of safety, it often leads to isolation and stifles the individual growth of each partner. It also severely limits the rich, diverse tapestry of human connection that life offers. It is a contract written by the inner protector, not the confident heart. What would our lives look like if we moved from our inner protector's fortresses on isolated islands to safe interconnectedness and abundance? Imagine your relational life as a vibrant ecosystem. The biggest shift in establishing a stable, heart-based relationship network is recognizing that a partner is never your property. Instead, we celebrate their self-responsible sovereignty. This foundation of respect makes true intimacy possible because it is based on freedom, honesty, and trust, not on fears and dependency. This requires an inner shift towards trusting that love can flow abundantly. When we do our inner work and recognize at a fundamental level that we are worthy and enough, our sense of safety comes from within. From this place, our partner's connections with others do not threaten us. Rather, we can celebrate their aliveness. Their joy becomes our joy. Their meaningful, cuddly, and perhaps lovingly sensual friendships enrich their spirit, which in turn nurtures the connection we share. We experience love not as a finite pie to be divided, but as limitless, renewable energy that expands and deepens when shared. This naturally leads to a deeper and more personal understanding of fidelity. In the heart-centered model, it is not just a list of prohibited actions. Rather, it is defined as faithfulness to the promises made and the unique energetic qualities of the relationship. It is a commitment to radical honesty, deep respect, and nurturing the sacred space between partners. The focus shifts from "is this allowed?" to "does this feel respectful and truthful to who we are and what we've built?" Unity consciousness is the natural state of a confident heart, expressed through practical, trusting gestures that honor connection and inner belonging, free from the limitations of rigid ownership or fear. So, how might this manifest in everyday life? It starts with radical, compassionate honesty and clear agreements. Imagine feeling a deep, heartfelt connection with someone outside your main relationship, a connection that nourishes your soul. According to the old fear-based script, you would either suppress the feeling, creating inner conflict, or act on it in secret, creating outer conflict. The new heart-centered approach, however, is one of transparent, vulnerable communication. You could approach your partner from a place of love and reassurance, saying something like, "My love for you is safe and stable, and it forms the foundation of my life. I want to share something with you in the spirit of total honesty. I feel a beautiful, heart-centered connection with someone, and I would like to explore this connection. Would you be open to me spending time with them and perhaps holding hands together? With the clear consent of everyone involved, these connections can be explored in a safe setting. The aim is to feel and honor the different energies that feel wonderful when balanced together. You might also consider, with your new connection, sit in a hugging meditation for 20 minutes while breathing through your heart centers, being fully present. Allow your energies to balance and harmonize with no sensual or sexual goals. Snuggle up on the sofa, enjoying the deep comfort of shared presence without sexual touch. Share a bed for sleep or a deep cuddle and experience the safety and peace of intimate, non-penetrative closeness. These encounters are not intended to replace your primary relationship, but rather to expand your collective capacity to give and receive love. It is a practice in trusting that love is infinite and that forming a deep connection with one soul can actually enrich and deepen your connection with all others, including your partner. Jealousy is transformed into compersion, the joyful appreciation of another's loving connection. This is where the confident heart truly shines, building a relational life based on trust, abundance, and the courageous freedom to love authentically. Our new co-created agreements involve honest conversations in which both partners explore together what truly nourishes us. What are our basic needs for safety and connection? What allowances and boundaries honor our individual well-being and the health of our relationship? One agreement might be, let's promise to always speak from the heart when we feel jealous, so that we can understand and work with the feeling together. A confident heart does not fear the many forms of close connection. It embraces openness and trust as its natural companions. This is a gently unfolding discovery, not a race to a finish line. There is no need to figure everything out in a week, a month, or a year. Every time we have an honest conversation, choose curiosity and trust over fear, or breathe through a moment of jealousy, we grow. Our confidence will deepen with every small, brave step towards connecting more authentically. Trust the journey. Your heart already knows the way. More on this? Luma's Garden, a journey into sacred love, the heart of energy and sensual awakening. Soul families, living, loving, and growing together. Blossoming beyond boundaries, a romance of jealousy, honesty, and trust. Love beyond jealousy. Human connection, unconditional love, new relationships, and sacred sensuality in the world of Sanuela.